Look, they parked in the fire lane, chimping out.
They mad
because I'm holding my.
I'm right here.
You better get out my face.
I'm right here.
Get out my face, boy.
That's
what I thought, nigga. That's what I thought, nigga. Your mom. You're a nigga. You're saying nigga. Hey, oh, here, nigga. Look at the green light. He's stopping traffic. Keep threatening bodily harm on me, nigga. I swear to God, I'm gonna probably have to open fire on him. If I see him pull up on us again, it's gonna be over with.
On the afternoon of May 13th, 2026, a man was airlifted from a plaza in front of a courthouse in Clarksville, Tennessee, and taken to Vanderbilt University Medical Center for emergency surgery. He had been shot multiple times in broad daylight while people were going about their business outside the courthouse. The man who shot him was also on a stretcher, and while paramedics were tending to his arm wound, he was live streaming. His name is Dalton Eaferly. Online he goes by Chud The Builder, and if you hadn't heard of him before that afternoon, you probably weren't supposed to. Dalton Levi Eaferly was born on June 27th, 1997 and grew up in the Clarksville area of Tennessee, about 50 miles northwest of Nashville. By his mid-20s, he was working as a residential contractor, remodeling homes and doing handyman work. The kind of job where you show up and you do the work and nobody films it. That changed somewhere between 2024 and early 2025.
It's alleged he got into a road rage incident with a black woman in Clarksville. The daughter photographed it and posted it online, and the backlash was supposedly enough to cost him his job at a construction company. You would have thought that most people in that position would probably keep their head down, but not this guy.
Eaferly went on a podcast hosted by Proud Boys founder Gavin McInnes and talked about it. Then he started streaming. He set up a profile on the streaming platform, Kick, under the name Chud The Builder, and described himself as a free speech patriot. The model was simple. He would film himself approaching black people in public and directing racial slurs at them.
Why are you acting like a nigga right now?
He would call people the N-word and refer to them as chimps. When someone told him to stop, he would tell them that America is free speech and invite them to try stopping him again.
I don't need to ask you if I can exercise my freedom. Y'all gotta learn the law. Y'all gotta learn the law. Don't walk up on me. Stay right there. Keep coming up. I'm gonna mace your ass real quick.
Oh, is that so you're one of those guys?
I'll spray the shit at you, yeah. We got 18 rounds for you. We ain't got nothing else. Don't follow me in my truck, nigga.
He would flash his firearm at people who reacted with anger. He called all of this edgy, harmless humour.
He built a following of over 170,000 on Kick and roughly about just over 230,000 on X. Now, here is something worth understanding about how a person like this becomes known. Before the courthouse shooting, reports were describing Eaferly as this notorious popular streamer. He wasn't especially either. What he had was clippers. And clippers are people that watch hours of live stream footage and then harvest the most dramatic seconds. He repackaged those seconds into short clips and then flood platforms like TikTok, Instagram and YouTube. I'm hearing clippers are paid per poster per 10,000 views, and then the algorithm apparently just does the rest. And this can make an obscure man look like a household name if enough of the right 3 seconds get pushed to the right feeds at the right time.
Joshua Fisher Birch, a researcher at the Counter-Extremism Project, described Eaferly to Rolling Stone as an outrage merchant, someone building a following by angering people in the hope that anger translates into financial contributions. And the more extreme the content, the more clips got made. Streamer Asmongold, himself a figure who knows something about controversial online spaces, summarized it plainly.
He's intentionally trying to agitate and aggravate people. He's harassing them on purpose, and he's doing it to bait interactions. And I know that there are some people that are like, you know, white identity people and, you know, like racist people that think that this guy's on your side. He's just doing this. He's doing this for content. Fundamentally, he is. And this isn't helping anybody. It's not improving anything.
Listen, anyone whose content is built around real-life confrontation, they're going to fall into an escalation trap. And this is why most content creators don't partake in it, because there's only one direction that trap goes.
In early May 2026, a video went viral of Eaferly appearing to spray what looks like a chemical agent at a black man while shouting racial slurs. The man had knocked his hat off. That video accelerated a review of his content by Kick. On April 28th, 2026, the platform suspended him indefinitely for public harassment. He had initially received a 3-day ban. He appealed. The ban was extended indefinitely. He immediately moved to Pump.fun, a meme coin platform where every creator gets their own personal cryptocurrency. His coin was called $CHUD. Over on X, he was posting things like, "It's cute that people assume that someone who comes up to me threatening my life will walk away with theirs. I will defend my life with lethal force."
And due to the dopamine hit he's probably getting from all these new followers, he clearly wasn't going to do anything to dial any of this back. It was always bound to get considerably worse.
Back in November 2025, a Clarksville woman named Yashmin Shanti West had filed a petition for a protection order against him. She said he had come to her workplace on November 19th, filmed their interaction, and then posted the footage to X. She said he lied about what happened in the video, and that once his followers saw it, the harassment directed at her and her employer escalated daily. The court dismissed her case in December 2025, ruling she had not met the legal threshold for a protective order. On May 9th, 2026, Dalton Etherly walked into Bob's Steak and Chop House in Nashville with a camera. Staff asked him to stop live streaming inside the restaurant. He began yelling. He made racist comments. He refused to pay the bill.
I didn't get to enjoy my meal. You're kicking me out. I'm not paying for shit.
The bill was $371.55.
Pretty clever way of getting out of paying for a bill, right? Become a renowned bigot and then watch them kick you out before you even had to put any money down. But nah, it didn't work out for him the way he thought it would.
He was arrested and charged with theft of services and disorderly conduct. Released on a $5,000 bond. While in custody, he claimed he had been interviewed by an FBI counter-terrorism unit over alleged links to the Goyim Defense League. He was back out in 2 days. On the morning of May 13, 2026, Dalton Etherly had a reason to be at the Montgomery County Courthouse in Clarksville. A civil debt hearing. He allegedly owed a credit company called Midland Credit Management around $3,300. So he went, armed. Outside in the open plaza in front of the courthouse, he came across a man named Joshua Fox. Fox was 31 years old. He had served 6 years in the United States Army. From 2014 to 2020, he came home with a disability, a Clarksville resident, a father. Etherly's account, delivered from a stretcher in a Pump.fun live stream shortly after the shooting, was that Fox and others had been pointing and laughing at him, that he approached them, that Fox warned him not to start saying what Etherly typically says to people, and that Fox then began hitting him. The arrest warrant describes the sequence differently. According to the warrant, Etherly turned his body toward Fox in what investigators called a bladed stance. He reached into his jacket pocket for a firearm before the physical altercation began. Surveillance cameras outside the courthouse captured the confrontation.
Etherly fired and Fox was struck multiple times in the stomach and in the shoulder. The paramedic who reached Fox noted that he was alert when she arrived. She observed no exit wounds or suspected internal bleeding because his blood pressure was dropping. He was then airlifted to Vanderbilt University Medical Center in Nashville.
Fox's mother told CNN that her son is a loving father of 3 children whose life has been severely impacted by this injustice. Etherly also sustained a gunshot wound to his arm. District Attorney General Robert Nash confirmed it appeared he had shot himself.
While on the stretcher still at the scene, Etherly decided to go back onto Pump.fun. He told his viewers he had been attacked and acted on self-defense.
He came back up to me. He literally said, "I have PTSD, I feel like I'm in," he said, "You start saying all that chimp out shit to me, I'm gonna hit you." He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him.
He was arrested later on that afternoon and the charges were attempted murder, employing a firearm during a dangerous felony, aggravated assault, and reckless endangerment with a deadly weapon.
He appeared in court on May 15th in a Montgomery County jail jumpsuit. Judge Reed Poland III set his bond at $1.25 million. He cited the seriousness of the charges and the number of bystanders who were present in the plaza when the shots were fired. He noted that Etherly was already on bond from the Nashville Steakhouse incident 4 days earlier. Attempted criminal homicide in Tennessee carries a possible sentence of 15 to 60 years. When the judge stated that number, Etherly closed his eyes. A bond hearing on May 21st brought new details. Investigators had searched his truck and his home. They found a bulletproof vest, a rifle, a shotgun, ammunition, suspected marijuana, his electronic devices, which investigators said contained numerous racially inflammatory videos, and an airline ticket to Istanbul scheduled for May 22nd. happened the day after his bond hearing. His attorney argued the ticket included a return date and was not evidence of a plan to flee. The judge reset the bond at $1 million and bound the case over to the grand jury. He also ruled that any crowdfunding money raised after May 13th cannot be used to secure Ifili's release. If bond is posted, he must wear a GPS ankle monitor, surrender all weapons, and cannot post about the case on social media or give interviews. By the time of that ruling, his supporters had donated over $270,000 to his Give Send Go campaign, a campaign Ifili had quietly set up in November 2025, months before the shooting, saying his contracting business was under attack for his harmless humour. In the 24 hours after the attempted murder charge, the page took in more than $18,000 in a single morning. Individual donations ranged from $5 to $2,000. Give Send Go, having reviewed the campaign, concluded it did not violate their terms of service. Meanwhile, the GoFundMe set up by Joshua Fox's wife to cover his medical costs and the financial impact on their family had raised around $38,000. On X, Ifili's followers celebrated the shooting, posting racial slurs and claiming Fox had likely died. The value of his meme coin increased significantly after his arrest.
Ifili is claiming self-defense under Tennessee's Stand Your Ground law. Tennessee law does allow deadly force if a person reasonably believes they face imminent death or serious bodily injury and has no obligation to retreat. But the complication for him is the second part of that same statute. Tennessee Code 3911611 states, deadly force protections do not apply if the person who's claiming self-defense provoked the encounter.
Criminal defense attorney David Rabin told the Tennessean that prosecutors could argue Ifili initiated the confrontation and that single fact could disqualify the defense entirely.
The Tennessee Supreme Court affirmed in 2020 that self-defense is generally not available to a defendant who provoked and consented to the danger. And a man who's probably spent the last 6 to how many months documented himself walking up to strangers and provoking confrontation is gonna have a very interesting time arguing he had no role in creating one.
His attorney is Jake Fendley, appointed after the Public Defender's Office filed a motion to withdraw from the case. Since taking the case, Fendley's firm has been receiving what he described to People magazine as hateful phone calls and emails, with people calling the entire firm racist for representing him. He released a lengthy statement defending his position, saying his role is to represent people regardless of their race, religion, ideology, or the allegations against them. On June 3rd, 2026, Ifili was back in court, this time before Circuit Court Judge William Goodman III, arguing for a reduction in the $1 million bond. His attorney cited no prior criminal convictions, a child living near Clarksville, family in the area, and his own construction business as reasons he should be considered low risk. The judge denied the reduction, then he made it harder. During the hearing, a friend of Ifili's offered to pay the full $100,000 bond deposit on the spot. Judge Goodman blocked it. He issued a cap limiting each individual bonding company to a maximum of $100,000 of liability in this case.
Which means if they want to cover the full $1 million bond, 10 separate bonding companies will need to take on the risk simultaneously. And Ifili's attorney told the court that only 2 bonding companies have shown any willingness to work with the case at all. He asked the judge to raise the cap and the judge denied it.
YouTuber Alex Rosen, known online for the channel Predators Poachers, took the stand and presented bank records showing he was prepared to put up $100,000 personally. The judge ruled that Rosen could not act as a bonding company and that the cap restrictions would remain.
Now, if Ifili does eventually make bond, he faces a 9 AM to 5 PM curfew, which means he can only be a bigot at peak times. Off peak, he's got to put the harassment on hold. A little bit of dry humor for the ending. Anyway, like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Put all your comments in the comment section. I'll see you on the next one.